All right. Hi, welcome Evolution 40 Fitness viewers. I'm Jason Stevens, and I'm here with my wife, Debra, and we're going to talk about her current prep for her third National Physique Committee upcoming bikini competition.
Yes, NPC.
NPC. All right, so now you work with a team to get you prepped for these shows. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. When I decided to do my first bikini competition back in 2019, I had no idea what I was doing. So I signed up with Team Edge, which is located in Simi Valley, California, which is great because it's only 30 minutes from where we live. And so they're local, Ingrid and Joe, and they're my coaches.
But they train people from all over the country.
All over. I don't know exactly how far, but yes. All over the place.
Okay, it's normally through like you send in your pictures, you send in your weight, your measurements, and then they modify your diet and your exercise program based on how many weeks away you are from competition.
Most bikini competitors know it as check-ins. So every Friday you send in your pictures, measurements, weight, all that stuff in.
All right, so 2019 was your first show. Yes. How was prepping for that, like mentally?
Mentally, had its ups and downs. For your first show, you don't know what you're doing at all. So I remember getting my diet thinking, how am I going to possibly eat all this food in a day?
But most people think you're starving yourself.
Yes.
But you're not.
And no, I eat 6 meals a day.
And I can attest to that. She eats a lot.
Yes, a lot.
But mentally, like, was there anxiety about going on stage in front of people? I mean, these bikinis are really, really skimpy. So
yes, you definitely can't be shy when you go for tanning and you put on a skimpy bikini. People are going to see you naked, not on stage, but when you're
mean the people that are prepping you?
Yeah, behind the stage.
So how did you place in 2019? Your first one.
Well, I didn't place my first show, which I wasn't expecting to.
I mean, how did you do? I mean,
overall, I got 7th place.
7th place, okay.
Yes.
And that
in the 40 plus.
Yeah, but how did that? So was that okay?
Oh yeah, I was. You know what? My first show, I went in with a mindset that just getting there was an accomplishment. And like I said, I had no idea what I was doing. It was my very first show. You never know what the show's going to bring either. You don't know who you're up against. So me placing 7th for my first show, I was perfectly fine with that.
All right, so after your 2019 show, there was some kind of you didn't move out of the 2019 show in the best way, in retrospect, right?
Right.
So tell us a little bit about what you did that was maybe a mistake.
My first mistake was not going through a proper reverse diet.
Reverse diet, I mean,
a reverse diet is basically, in a nutshell, you go gradually back into eating calories in a surplus gradually. And
so when we went out to In-N-Out and you had your double, and then we went out the next night and you had a bigger meal, and
the wine
and we had some wine and cheese and crackers.
Yeah, after the night I got home from when you remember this, I had all these like little cookies that they gave us at the post show, and they were just giving all the competitors treats and stuff, and I remember getting home and I want wine, cheese, and crackers, and I was happy.
I remember.
I hadn't had it in so long.
There's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself a little bit, but you just can't go overboard.
And I gradually went overboard, thinking, "Oh, I got this. I can figure it out." No.
So it took all this hard week to get your abs, and then it took a week for them to disappear.
Yeah.
So that I think was the mental thing.
All the water, salt, and extra calories can get rid of your 6-pack abs like that.
So you finish your 2019 show, and you kind of fall off the diet wagon just a little bit.
Yeah.
But you decide that you're going to do another show in 2020.
Yes.
So how was prepping for that show different than 2019?
Well, it was a little bit easier because I knew what to expect.
And I knew what to expect.
Yeah. So my mindset was obviously, because you kind of have that little bit of experience underneath your belt, that you know what to expect, and personal stuff that occurred made it a little bit difficult. I had to postpone some trainings a couple times. We moved, and then you had your surgery, your neck surgery. So so there was a few things there that was a little bit difficult, but after you do your first show, you kind of know what to expect, and you know how your body's going to change, so it made it a little bit easier.
Yeah, you knew you could get down to, I know you work really hard for a certain thing, and then the last 3 or 4 weeks, kind of everything comes together at the very end.
Yeah.
So, and you knew that was going to happen because you didn't see those results until the very end of your 2019 show, and you were worried that it wasn't going to all come together.
Oh, yeah. My first show is a nervous wreck the whole time, because
so in 2020,
you're like, what's going on? You know, how come
how come it's not
I don't...
how come I'm not getting dry, or how come I'm not getting my abs yet? So,
right.
So how did you do in your 2020 show?
I did pretty well.
You didn't get 7th.
I did not. I got first in 45 plus category, and second place in the 40 plus category. So I was very happy, very, very happy. And as much as I wanted to go out and eat burgers and fries and cake and donuts, I didn't.
So that was my next part of it. What did you do different after this
I played it smart. Because I did not want to go through what I went through after the first show and have to
You had a fish dinner.
I did.
And then you had 2 glasses of fit wine.
Yes. Yeah, we went to CVS and found a bottle of fit wine. Right.
So a little bit lower calorie wine. So you can still have your wine. So you still have to reward yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you do all this hard work and you got to reward yourself.
And actually after that show, I didn't want junk food. I was craving like a good protein and vegetables and stuff. So.
All right. So then COVID happens. Our gym closes down. We had to turn our entire garage into a gym.
Well, yeah, and actually after my second show, I was like, I want this again. I don't want to stop. And so I told my coach I want to do a show in June because I wanted to do one before my birthday. So we started prepping for that. I was reverse dieting, and then was going to get back into another prep, and then COVID happens.
Right.
Yes.
And so our gym closes down.
Yes.
And we have very limited stuff
shows.
for home.
Everything's closing down.
Closed down.
Everybody knows all that.
So we turned our garage into a garage gym, which you've obviously seen in some of the other videos.
We're working on it. It's getting better.
And it has to fit in there with all of our hobby stuff too.
God,
Surfboards, mountain bikes, snowboards, camping gear. So yeah, our garage is packed. So
yeah,
it is
a
what
lot
it
of
is.
stuff. We're gonna clean it.
So anyway, so what impact did that have on you physically and mentally, still wanting to do another show?
Well, the uncertainty of COVID definitely put a damper on just not knowing. I was so used to having an end date, a goal date, you know, a light at the end of the tunnel, and
it kept changing. Right.
So that made it hard. But you and I just kept going. We just would go out on walks. We would bike ride. We did whatever we could to stay in shape.
Yeah. And we kept our diet fairly on point too.
Oh yeah.
Because that's important.
Oh yeah.
Almost more important than the exercise.
Yes.
At some point.
Yes. Oh, and I had my surgery too.
That's what I was saying. You had your minor surgery, and you couldn't work out for over a month.
Yes, I was on bed rest for like 3 weeks.
Yeah. So how did you handle
that? I still went out on walks.
I kept telling her, don't push it, don't hurt yourself. So I mean, you never want to get re-injure something.
Yeah, and mentally that really messed with me because I'm an ectomorph, so it's really hard for me to put on muscle. I mean, my muscles are tiny, and it's hard enough for me. So I was so worried about losing everything that I had worked so hard to get. And my coach is great and said, don't worry about it. You're not going to lose muscle that quickly. It takes, just keep your diet on point. So, okay.
Okay, so your next show is coming up in 19 days. How do you feel?
I feel good. I'm nervous because I don't know who's going to show up.
But it's you against you.
But it's me against me. Yes, absolutely. And I have to keep that in mind. I'm just going to go on stage and do my thing and just have a good time. Yeah. Shows are a lot of fun.
So we will do a post-show interview.
Okay.
And if any of the viewers out there have questions for Debra regarding her NPC bikini competition, feel free to put them in the comments down below, and we will try to answer as much as we can. So, anyway, and what would you have to say to women out there that think they may want to try something like this?
Do it. If you're thinking about doing a show, go for it. Yeah. There shouldn't be anything holding you back. Just keep in mind that do your research on it first and really read about it. And
it's expensive.
It's an expensive sport, and there's a lot of dedication. Yeah. That yeah, you have to be dedicated.
You better talk to your husband or boyfriend or girlfriend or whoever about it too, because it's a lot to go through, especially the first one. So after you know what to expect as the spouse, you're like, okay, she's going to get bikini brain for a while, and then that's when she kind of starts forgetting stuff. So when they start changing her diet.
I've been such an airhead lately.
That's okay. All right. Thanks again for watching Evolution 40 Fitness.
Thank you.
Where it's never too late to start living a fit and healthy lifestyle. And we will see you next time.
Bye.